And there it is. Newest Ring of Honor for the Seattle Seahawks member just got announced today, being the 2005 NFL MVP, who also had the touchdown record for 1 year before LaDainian Tomlinson broke it the following year. But Shaun Alexander finally getting inducted. And to me, I don't know if they have like a time frame on how long they have to wait to do that, but it felt a little bit. It felt like it was time. I
Right.
thought he could have been inducted a little bit earlier. 3-time Pro Bowl, 1-time All Pro, '05 MVP, Hall of Fame All 2000s team, 2005 Offensive Player of the Year. Just did a number of things, helped lead that '05 team to the Super Bowl against Pittsburgh. Obviously, Seattle fans, I think, have their opinion on that game. But just someone, I'm glad to see in 100 touchdowns for his career, just under 10,000 yards. Not just under, but close.
Right. Right.
I mean, do you think he deserves it? Do you think it was time for Shaun Alexander to be in the Ring of Honor there?
Oh yeah. I mean, come on. He was probably one of the main reasons why we got to the Super Bowl in the first place. It behind Jones and Hutchinson and really he allowed Matt to get some of those because he was a receiving back as well.
Yeah.
So he was he was in there all three downs. He could get the pass for on third down. He was an all around good back. And yeah, I mean, was he kind of a little soft? Yeah, he probably got the little moniker of being soft a little bit because he just wouldn't take those hits. But
Yeah.
good for him for trying to extend his career too. I mean, that was a time when it was they played a little different game back then.
Yeah.
And I do think, yeah, it was time. He definitely needed to get in. I mean, not only all of those, but you failed to mention a Madden cover. I'm
He
surprised you
did,
forgot
which,
a
well,
Madden.
that was the Madden curse. He kind of
Yeah,
fell off right
exactly,
after that came out. So
exactly. But he was recognized as being one of the best and MVP. And how many MVPs have the Seahawks had?
uh, well, zero since him.
Right.
Yeah.
So definitely time. Definitely, he deserves to be in the Ring of Honor. Especially when you kind of consider some of the other guys that are in there as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
he definitely should be in there. I mean, when you have I think it's what Kurt Warner is the other running back.
Yep. He's in
I
there.
mean, compare them a little bit, and you can kind of see, yeah, he definitely should be in there. So I'm glad he got in there. Then it's no big controversy when Lynch's time
Yeah.
is coming
Exactly.
in. So you got your big running backs in there with Warner, and you got Alexander, and then obviously Lynch will be coming up. And I'm sure at some point, you got to consider maybe even Max Strong at some point. So
That's actually what I was thinking when I saw that, because he was obviously the guy that kind of led Alexander for a lot of those years.
yeah,
And he was just a big face of Seattle for it felt like at
Mhm.
least what I remember watching the Seahawks play.
yeah,
I was obviously younger at that point, but I feel like that's another good one that I'm kind of surprised isn't in there
yeah,
as well, because he was a big part of that '05 team, wasn't like he was there, right? I'm not
yeah.
making that up.
Nope. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I think he will eventually get in as well. There's a lot of guys that are deserving. So
Hmm.
and especially now that we're getting into the more competitive teams,
Yeah.
you're going to start to see the names starting to roll off, and it's certainly not what have you done for me lately type thing, and all these
Hmm.
guys, being so recent. Yeah, they're going to start seeing up on the thing, but truly, the play did change, and we got some really high quality players. Not to say that in the earlier days there isn't some guys that should be also considered
Yeah.
um, on that list too. But yeah, it's going to be yeah, definitely it was time for Alexander to get in.
So with that said, with just about 50 seconds here, we kind of mentioned Max Strong, but let's pretend he does make it. Let's just exclude him from this question. Who would you expect to be the next one inducted into the Ring of Honor there?
Wow.
Now the
Boy,
first name
I
that
almost think I'm almost as weird as this going to sound. Maybe Doug Baldwin.
that's honestly who I was about to say. That's the
Yeah.
first name that kind of came to my mind. I think because he retired, I think a year or two before Lynch, I would expect to
Right.
see Baldwin probably be the next, because he was just such a big part of the Seattle
Yes.
franchise there,
Yes.
and he continued to be around. I think
Yeah.
he might have been at the game on Monday, but
Yes, he was.
so yeah,
Yep.
I would definitely expect Doug Baldwin will be that next one.